Hello everyone, it's Liz. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I would like to share with you some of my most favorite foundations for dry skin, as I find that it can be a bit difficult to find foundations that work for dry skin, since the majority of the foundations that you find in the market tend to cater towards people with more oily skin. Well, that's how I feel at least. So I'm going to be sharing with you some of the foundations that I have found work for my skin, and then I'm going to be telling you the top 3 out of those foundations at the end. So if you are interested to find out what these foundations are, just keep on watching. So let's start with the classic. I have been loving this foundation for so long, and I'm sure you've heard me talking about it. This is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream. If you have super dry skin and sensitive skin, this is a great one, because I have used this many times when my skin was having like a reaction and it was really dry and peeling, and I used this one and it worked great. It didn't like cling to my dry patches or anything at all, and it's just a really good foolproof foundation. However, it doesn't really fully dry down. It does leave a bit of a tacky finish on your skin, but if you set it with a powder, I think you can make it work, because I always set it with like a loose powder and it doesn't bother me. This is a good one to try if you're looking for something super dewy and moisturizing that would work great on sensitive skin. We're going to move on to the next one from the drugstore. It's one of the most like hype foundations, and this is the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth foundation. I believe they have like 2 versions. The other version is called Matte and Poreless, and I think that one is for oily to combination skin. However, the Dewy and Smooth is for normal to dry skin. This is not my most favorite out of these, but it works fine. I find that it is very lightweight and it just glides onto my skin easily. It gives like a natural kind of like semi-matte finish. It's not dewy, I wouldn't say. Yeah, the name is Dewy and Smooth. Okay, it is certainly smooth to apply, but it's not dewy in any way. It's not dewy or luminous or anything like that. It just gives me like a natural finish. If you want something from the drugstore that gives you light coverage that you can use every day, this is also a good option. Moving on to the next one that I have loved for a very long time, and this is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum Foundation. I used to love using this for every day because it just gives like the most natural finish, really easy to apply, and it looks super dewy, which I really enjoy. I would say the con about this product is it only comes in 3 shades. I'm not sure about in Europe or in the States, but as in Thailand, it comes in only 3 shades, so that is quite crazy. Texture-wise and formula-wise is really nice, and I really enjoy using this. Now I'm going to be sharing with you another foundation that I find to be very similar to the Bourjois one. This is the Cogan Aqua foundation, and I know this one has been raved about for a very long time, but I just got a chance to try it earlier this year, and I have to say it has become one of my most favorite foundations to use for every day. This one has very similar texture and finish to the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum, as in it is very lightweight and it glides onto your skin like flawlessly. It's just moisturizing and it's great for dry skin, I feel. It's just good for every day, like if you're not looking for like a full coverage foundation but something a little bit more polished, this is a great one. Now I'm going to talk about something more high-end, which is the Dior Forever Skin Glow Foundation. This one is more of like a thicker consistency. It's more like creamy in texture. It's very moisturizing. Gives like a satin luminous finish to your skin. Not super dewy or anything like that, but It gives like a really beautiful radiant finish to your skin, and it has like a solid medium coverage. It's just really good. Dior foundations in general, I've heard that they tend to oxidize throughout the day, like a few shades darker. So I just got it in the lightest shade, and I would say it is probably too light for me, but it is better than like it being darker than my skin, because I can just use like a bronzer on top and make it work, you know? Now we're moving on to another one. This is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion foundation. This one is actually a surprise because I didn't really have any expectations when I bought this. It turned out to be a really good foundation that I really enjoy using. It has medium to full coverage. It's also super hydrating. It would look beautiful on mature skin. I can guarantee that. I really wanted to buy this for my mother when I went to like Washington DC last week, but then I couldn't find it anywhere. So I guess that's like the con of this brand. It's that it's harder to find. I know that it's sold in like Ulta and Walmarts, that's what I've heard, but then I didn't get a chance to go to Ulta, and I just went to a Walmart and they didn't have any Flower Beauty products in stock. So I was really disappointed. Yeah. So next time if I get a chance to go to the States, I'm going to go to Ulta for sure, and I'm going to stock up on Flower Beauty, and I also want to try like more of their products because I've heard many good things about their products, so I want to try like other items as well. But as for this foundation, it is very good. I would say it is comparable to like higher end foundations. If you have mature skin and dry skin, this is a good one. And now this foundation probably has the lightest coverage out of all of this, and this is the MAC Face and Body Foundation. I know this is like a classic, right? But I have only gotten a chance to try it this year, and I was like, oh my god, where have I been like all this time? I mean, I should have tried this a long time ago. This is definitely worth the hype, guys. It is so good. If you're into like sheer coverage or light coverage foundation that you can use every day, this is the one. This is it, guys. And I've heard people compare it to the Glossier Skin Tint. I would say that it is similar, like texture wise and formula wise, it's very similar, but this one is so much better. The Glossier Skin Tint cannot compare for sure. This is just so much better, and it is also beautiful. So if you want like a very sheer coverage, you can just put on like 1 or 2 layers, but if you want more coverage, you can build it up. However, for the Glossier, you cannot build it up. Even though you put it on like 4 or 5 layers, it's still going to look the same. It's still going to give you no coverage. But this is, it's so good. If you haven't tried it, I recommend you to run to the store and get it. Now we're on to the last foundation, which is the Chanel Ultra Le Teint foundation. And this one, it gives like a full coverage finish, and I usually don't like full coverage foundations, but this is an exception because it doesn't give you like the flat matte finish, which I don't like, and it doesn't emphasize my dry patches either, and it also has that nice like Chanel scent, which I love. Yeah, I just love Chanel makeup products. It just smells so good. However, it is very strong. If you don't like fragrance in your makeup, you probably might not like this. Yeah, but it gives like a natural satin matte finish to your skin. It covers your imperfection really nicely without making you look too heavy or dry. I have it in the shade BD21, and I think BD means like it's like a warmer toned, because I know that they come in the B, which is beige, I think, and they also have like the pinky tones, which are called like BR, like beige rose, and this one is beige doré, I think. I really appreciate that it comes in like different undertones, because I know that some Chanel foundations, they only come in like the neutral range, like only the B range, like B10, 20, and 30. And I find that this color is like the perfect shade for me. And I just love this foundation. It makes me look so flawless without making me look heavy or cakey. And I just like to use this on the days that I'm going to like events, or the days that I want to look like more glam and polished, super polished. Yeah, this is the one that I have been reaching for on those days. By the way, I forgot to tell you that I'm not wearing any of these foundations that I have mentioned today. I know, I'm so sorry, but I am wearing the new foundation from Pat McGrath, this one, the Pat McGrath Labs foundation, and because I want to try it out. I've been testing it out like a few days already, and for first impressions, I definitely don't think it's worth its price tag, like the $68 price tag. I don't feel like it is better than any of my other foundations at all, and it has really light coverage. For some reason, when I apply it on my skin, it just feels kind of like a sunscreen. I don't know. Even though it has no sunscreen in it, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, but just letting you know that I don't have any of these foundations on my face. It's this one. And I am wearing the shade Light 7. Anyway, as for my top 3, the one that I love to use on the no makeup days, you could probably guess, is the MAC Studio Face and Body Foundation. It gives like the most skin-like natural finish. It's not going to make you look makeup-y or anything like that at all. So it's great for the days that you just want to chill out and relax, just run some errands, but still look a little bit put together. Yeah, this is the perfect one to use. And for days that I want a little bit more coverage, I love to use the Cogan Aqua foundation. This one is just so good for like everyday, no nonsense. You can just apply it quickly and it's going to make you look more polished. It's not overly dewy, it's just right. However, if you want to try this but you don't want to spend so much money, since this one is quite pricey, I don't remember actually how much it is, but it's probably like over $40. Yeah, so if you are interested and you don't want to pay this much, you can just try the Bourjois. Since I find that they have very similar texture and finish, they are comparable, I would say. So if you want like a more affordable drugstore version, just try the Bourjois one. And as for the last one that I really enjoy, can you guess it? It's the Chanel Eau de Lapin foundation. And I love to use this on the days that I want to look a little more glam, or on the days that I'm going to events and I want to look like flawless. Yeah, I've been reaching for this. It just gives like the most full coverage finish without making me look heavy or cakey. Yeah, so I just really enjoy this, and also the scent is just heavenly. Yeah, so that is pretty much it for my best dry skin foundations review. If you have any questions about these foundations, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. I would be happy to answer them for you. And also, if you have tried other foundations that you find work great for dry skin, please also let me know. I would love to try them out. Before you leave, please don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a video. And yeah, that's it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!